Yo, yo, what's going on? It's your boy, Mr. Locario, the bad boy of the dating game. What's good? So I got an email from a subscriber, and this one, it says, I don't understand something about women. Please explain to me what are women's intentions and how they think. With the guys, we are very straightforward and know what we want. Most of the time, we are clear about our intentions. Women are confusing because they appear like they are interested in hooking up by the way they act and talk to each other and other guys. They laugh and giggle. They look like they love the attention, but then they play hard to get. If they like a guy or they're feeling a guy, they will play hard to get. Let me give you an example. If a hot girl walks up to a guy and tells him she wants to get together, the guy, if he has any common sense, will say sure without thinking twice. Now, I know that never happens in the real world, but I'm using this example to illustrate my point of guys being upfront about their intentions and displaying it. If you do that to a woman, and let's say she is feeling you, which means she's attracted to you, she will most likely take you on a merry-go-round and make you jump through hoops to get her number, and even worse, get you popping. They are human and have desires like we do. Why are they not transparent like guys when it comes to giving you their number, showing you they're attracted, having sex with you without any so much drama after she goes out with you, etc.? They are not honest people. Dealing with chicks is like dealing with a wild horse. You don't know how they're going to say or do, or you don't know what they're going to say or do, I guess he was trying to say. Could you please explain this in a video? All right. So basically you're wondering, like, you're sort of confused as to how women are, and like, I get this question a lot because dudes be like, yeah, why do women play all these games? Why do they do this? Why do they do that? They're so all over the place and all this other stuff, right? Now, what you got to understand is that a lot of times women are going to react in a certain way based off of their feelings. And I've talked about this before. So sometimes when you meet a girl, she's feeling you that day she met you. And then a couple days later, she's not really feeling you anymore. So she just changed her mind. Her feelings about the situation has changed. For whatever reason, it's changed. It's not the same. So this is why sometimes it seems like you're with the girl and everything is cool. And then one minute, the next minute it's not. You feel what I'm saying? So this is just part of the game. Do you understand what I'm saying? Also, you got to understand is that a lot of women have a lot of dudes who are trying to holler at them. Do you understand what I'm saying? So what happens is that the reason why women play games is because they can. And the reason why they can is usually because of how men respond to them. Okay, I'm going to, get into that in a second, right? So what happens is that women get so much attention from dudes and all this other stuff. So what happens is that they get a lot of attention from guys, and most of the guys that they get attention from, they're not really feeling. You understand? So they don't really see value in most of the guys that they deal with, right? Because a lot of the guys that they deal with sort of act the same. They put them on a pedestal. They do all this other shit. So all these guys kind of blend in with each other, right? It's, because a lot of dudes think that, oh, girls are so lucky because all these guys want to get with them and blah, 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 blah. But what guys don't understand is that most women don't have as much options as you think they do, because I'd say like 90% of the dudes that approach them, they're not really feeling. Do you understand? And it's only like 10% of the guys. So let's say 10 guys approach a woman in a day. She probably, was feeling one of them. Do you understand what I'm saying? And then even if she was feeling one of them initially, if he does something or says something that, she's not feeling, then her mind can change. Right. But the thing is that the reason why, these girls are playing games is because they can, and they can because it's the way dudes are coming across. So what I want you to pay attention to is this, because I'm going to read back part of what you wrote, right? And this is going to explain what I'm talking about. And then this should be more clear to you and other guys when you're dealing with women and the reason why they're playing these games, right? You said this, you said, let me give you an example. If a hot girl walks up to a guy and tells him she wants to get together, the guy, if he has any common sense, will say sure without thinking twice. I'm going to say that again. Let me give you an example. If a hot girl walks up to a guy and tells him she wants to get together, the guy, if he has any common sense, will say sure without thinking twice. Now, the other part of your statement, you said, now I know that never happens in the real world, but I'm just using this as an example to illustrate my point. You said, now I know this never happens in the real world, but I'm just using this example to illustrate my point. So basically, in that passage, you said that if a hot chick goes up to a guy, if he has any common sense, he's just going to automatically say yes. Do you understand what I'm saying? And then you're saying that, I know this doesn't happen in the real world, meaning, well, I know that a hot girl will never want to, just blatantly let it be known that she wants a guy. You understand what I'm saying? So this is what I mean by women play games, because a lot of times guys come up to women and approach them with that mindset. You understand? Meaning, oh my God, girl, you're so hot. You're so sexy. If you want me, I'm there. I'll do anything to be with you. Right? So imagine you have, let's say like within, a month, 100 guys approach this one girl, and like 90 to 95% of them have that mindset. Oh my God, girl, you're so awesome. Oh, it would be such an honor for you to be with me, because I know a girl as hot as you and as sexy as you and as awesome as you, and a girl who's so out of my league would never want to be with a guy like me. So, please pick me so that I can be with you, right? So what happens is that girls, they will, play around with a guy like that for attention, but that shit doesn't turn her on. Do you understand? Because the thing is that you are dealing with her and interacting with her in a way where you're sweating her, where you're putting her on a pedestal, where you're making it like she's the best thing since sliced bread. And that doesn't make you seem valuable. Do you understand? See, the thing is, these women will play games with you because you're coming at them like that. Versus if you are the guy who seems more rare, who she feels like she needs to get, meaning that you're that 5 or 10% of those dudes who are not looking at her like that, who is not really dealing with her like that. Do you understand? So even if you don't say it verbally, it's all in your energy, how you're dealing with these chicks, and they can feel that and they can see that. And then this is why they'll play games with you. This is why they'll, 1 minute everything is, seems cool. Then the next minute she doesn't call you. The next minute you're trying to get in contact with her. And the next minute she's, not texting you back. And you're just like, what the fuck is going on? And it's because you're giving off that vibe that you're just like every other guy. It really doesn't matter. And all she's doing is using you for the ego boost, the attention that, she wants at that moment. Do you understand? But she doesn't see any value in you because you don't see any value in yourself. Do you understand what I'm saying? So on some real shit, you got to understand that you have to be that dude to be able to portray that type of energy to a woman so that she'll realize like, oh shit, he's not like all these other guys. Do you understand? He's not like all these other guys who are acting this way, and all these other guys are acting this way because, like you said, you're like, oh, if a guy has any common sense, he'll just say no without even thinking about it. You understand? Just because she's hot, he's gonna say no without even thinking about it. You understand? And on top of that, you're like, oh, I know this would never happen in real life because I'm just some guy, and this super goddess would never, ever try to get with me because I'm just some regular dude. Do you understand what I'm saying? This is how most dudes approach women, with that energy. Like, oh, I'm just some average Joe. I would be lucky enough to be in the presence of a woman like you. Do you understand what I'm saying? And that comes off all in your energy. This is why I tell you guys that when you're dealing with chicks, you have to come at them different. This is why I tell you guys, you have to build your confidence. You have to work on yourself. You have to value yourself, because the thing is that when you interact with women, they're going to feel that because like, let's say, for example, you see a hot chick and all these other guys are like, oh my God, she's so hot, blah, 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 blah. Now you think she's hot too, but with the way you come at her and the way you talk to her, it's like you're evaluating her. You're asking her questions so that she needs to prove to you that she's even worth you continuing to talk to. Do you understand? You're not sweating her. You're not buying her drinks. You're not, begging her to get with you. You're asking her questions so that you are basically evaluating her to see if she's cool enough to be with you. Do you understand? So you're talking to her. You're like, so, what do you do? Like, what are you about? Like, so what makes you like a cool chick? Like, besides you, having a pretty face, that's not even the criteria, but I'm just asking, like, what else do you have going for you? Like, if a guy was going to stick with you and want to see you and want to continue to see you? What do you think makes you makes him want to see you versus other women? You understand? Like, you can talk to women like that to let them know, like, look, I'm basically trying to figure you out. I'm trying to see what's popping with you, because you being cute is not enough. Do you understand what I'm saying? So you have that confidence enough to do that. You evaluate these chicks. You value yourself, right? You basically make these women, put them in a position to really prove themselves to you. Right? You start charging chicks to the game who aren't really doing things that you want to do. You start being a little bit more, strict about how you spend your time with women. You start, reprimanding chicks for flaking on you. You understand? You start, basically approaching chicks, being direct, and let them know what you want. Right? And within this whole thing, you're not dealing with her or talking to her or trying to interact with her in a way where you're seeking her approval. Do you understand what I'm saying? And this is why these women are playing games, because most guys don't approach women in that manner. They approach women trying to get approval. They approach women hoping that this woman is going to like him. They approach women hoping, begging, praying, wishing that this girl will give them the time of day. Do you understand what I'm saying? And then so what happens is that a woman sees that, and she knows you're being all nice to her because you like her. She knows that you're buying her that drink because you want to fuck her. She knows that you're just so you're feeling her that much that she already puts you in that category of all the other guys who are doing that type of shit. Do you understand what I'm saying? Even if a chick was initially interested in you, right? And then all of a sudden she sees how you act or how you come across, and then she's like, oh, I was attracted to him. He was kind of cute. He seemed like he had a swagger about him, but I gave him my number and he kept calling me all day. You understand? Or, he kept texting me, talking some dumb shit, and now I'm turned off. You understand? But then those same girls, they'll still text you. They'll still flirt with you when they're bored, but nothing's really going to happen. And then you're going to be like, damn, why is she playing games? Why is she acting like this? And the reason why she's acting like this is because she can, because most other guys do the same shit. And all she's going to use you and these other guys for is attention. And the reason why she's doing that, again, like I said earlier, is because these guys are not valuing themselves. These guys are not putting themselves in a position to be that type of dude who women basically respect and want to, get shit popping with. You understand what I'm saying? Because when a chick is feeling you and you got some game and you understand what the hell is going on and what you're doing, the chicks are going to fall in line. Do you understand? Now, what's going to happen is you're going to have women who are going to play games regardless, because sometimes when they even encounter a guy like that, they notice when a dude is on top of his shit. And sometimes, certain women, they want to sort of test that. They want to be like, oh, well, he thinks he's big shit, so I'm going to give him some shit. So then it becomes this unconscious fucking rivalry between you two to see who is going to make shit happen, or who's going to fold, or who's going to be on some other shit, right? Now, the thing is that if you are the type of dude who stands strong and stands on your principles, and you're not really taking no bullshit from some chick just to try to get some ass, you understand? She's going to feel that. She's going to respect that. And that's usually the thing that makes her want to cooperate and do all those other things. The thing is that if she sees that you start to, you just jump around and do whatever just to try to impress her, she's going to be like, okay, this guy, whatever. Do you understand what I'm saying? So again, this is, you have to understand that a lot of this has to do with how you are dealing with women, because you're going to have women who's going to play games, play around, but it's up to you if you are going to put up with it. Do you understand what I'm saying? If you don't put up with it, it's not really affecting you. Do you understand? And then what's going to happen is that the girls who are really feeling you, when they realize that you're not putting up with it and they want to get with you and they want to make something happen, they are going to act right. You understand? Why? Because now you become that rare guy. And if they don't get with you, guess what's going to happen? They're going to be like, shit, I have to, shape up, or I'm going to have to deal with these other 90% of guys who was going to be on some bullshit. The guys I'm not really going to be feeling. And here's this one guy I'm really liking. I really want. So I got to make sure I do what I got to do in order to keep him around. Do you understand what I'm saying? So a lot of the times, the reason why you're getting so much things not happening in your favor is because you are the type of guy who's not confident, who doesn't believe in himself, who doesn't value himself, and who basically puts women on a pedestal. You understand what I'm saying? Because listen, Again, like you said, if a hot girl walked up to a guy and tells him she wants to get together, the guy, if he has any common sense, will say sure without thinking twice. See, guys, you got to sometimes listen to what you say to yourselves and to in your thought process, because that's going to tell you a lot about how you think about yourself and how you think about women. And that's going to dictate how your, interactions are going to go with women. You understand? It starts with you first. You understand? So you guys got to understand that stuff, man. All right. So listen, that's pretty much it. Listen, if you have any questions, make sure you click the link below and I'll holler at you later. Remember, guys, the truth is inside you. Peace. I'm gone. Now, before you turn off this video, I want you to do 3 quick things. 1, I want you to click the link below so you can send me a question and I'll do a video on it. 2, I want you to click the link under that to get my free audio program, Undeniable Game, which gives you 7 tips on how to really attract beautiful women. And number 3, I want you to click the link under that to go to badboymembership.com, where you get 45 through 90-minute audio and video dating advice tutorials every month. Hey, what's up? It's dating and life coach Mr. Locario. Go to badboymembership.com and master the dating game by joining my Bad Boy Membership program. In this program, you'll receive 45 through 90-minute, easy to follow, step-by-step dating advice tutorials that's guaranteed to help you attract, date, and have sex with beautiful women. Join the Bad Boy Membership today by going to badboymembership.com. That's badboymembership.com.